Hello dear students, welcome to a new session. In this session we'll be having a final revision on geometry. Let's start. In the first question here, the question is asking us to choose the correct answer. If the measure of angle A is 60 degrees, then the measure of the reflex angle of angle A is, how do we find the reflex angle? Yes, excellent. We subtract 360 minus the given angle, which will be 300 degrees. So the choice is choice D. If question 2, if triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ, and the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B is 130 degrees, then the measure of angle Z is what? The measure of angle Z is 180, take away 130, so the measure of angle Z is 50 degrees. So the choice here is choice C. Question 3, if angles A and B are complementary angles, where the measure of angle A is 2 times the measure of angle B, then measure of angle B is how many degrees? We know that A plus B, as long as they're supplementary, so it's equal to 180. If A is 2B, so 2B plus B equals 180, so 3B equals 180, then angle B is 60 degrees. So the right answer for this question is choice D. Question 4, the sum measures of the cumulative angles at a point is, excellent, 360 degrees, where in question 5, the supplementary of the acute angle is always an obtuse angle. Question 2, complete each of the following. Question number 1, when a transversal cuts two parallel lines, the alternate angles are, yes, excellent, they are equal in measure. Question 2, if the measure of angle X equals 100 degrees, then the measure of the reflex angle of angle X is, excellent. To find the reflex angle is 360 minus the given angle, so it is 260 degrees. Question 3, the two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle, excellent, and the included angle in one of them are congruent to the other corresponding elements in the other. Question 4, in the opposite figure, if AB is parallel to CD, then the value of X is what? As you can see here that X and angle 70, X and angle D are corresponding angles, so X is 70 degrees. Question 5, the two vertically opposite angles are equal in measure. Question 6, the supplement of angle whose measure 50 degrees is, we know that the supplementary angles, their sum is 180 degrees, so the supplement is 180 minus 50, so the supplement is 130 degrees. Question 3a, in the opposite figure, if AB intersects CD at point X, and AC is equal to XB, where DX is equal to XC, where DX is equal to XC, and the measure of angle CXB is 30 degrees. And also given that the measure of angle CBX is 110 degrees. The first thing, how can we find the measure of angle D by giving reasons? The second thing is AD and BC parallel lines or not, and why? Let's do the first part for question 1. In triangles AXD and BXC, you will see that AX is equal to XB and DX is equal to XC, where the measure of angle where the measure of angle CXB is equal to the measure of angle AXD. Each of them is 30 degrees because they're vertically opposite angles. So this angle is 30 degrees. Therefore, triangle AXD is congruent to triangle BXC. Therefore, the measure of angle D is equal to the measure of angle C, which is equal to 40 degrees. How did you get it 40 degrees? You will see that here for angle C in triangle XBC, it's 180 minus 110 plus 30, so it is 40 degrees. From what we found in question 1, that measure of angle C is equal to the measure of angle D, and they are alternate angles, therefore AD is parallel to BC. Question 3b. In the opposite figure, if the measure of angle ABD is 90 degrees and BA is parallel to CD, then what is the measure of angle BDC? As long as BA is parallel to CD, therefore the measure of angle ABD is equal to the measure of angle CDB, which is 90 degrees. Why? Because they are alternate angles. Question 4a. In the opposite figure, the measure of angle DBE is 30 degrees and the measure of angle EBA is 110 degrees, and angle CBD is a right angle. Find the measure of angle ABC. Right angle means 90 degrees, right? Yes. So in order to find the measure of angle ABC, which is this angle, you know that the four angles, their sum is 360 degrees. So the measure of angle ABC equals 360 minus the sum of 110, 30, and 90. So it is equal to 130 degrees. Question 4b. In the opposite figure, if AC is equal to AB and DC is equal to DB, yes, excellent, for sure that AD is the common side. So the question wants us to prove that triangle ACD is congruent to triangle ABD. As long as AC is equal to AB and DC is equal to DB as given, and as we said that AD is a common side, therefore triangles ACD and ABD are congruent to each other. Question 5a. In the opposite figure, XY ray is perpendicular to XZ ray and XL ray is a bisector of angle ZXM, and the measure of angle YXM is 120 degrees. How can we find the measure of angle LXM? As you can see here, that the measure of angle MXZ is equal to 360 minus the sum of 90 and 120, which is equal to 150 degrees. So angle MXZ, this angle is 150 degrees. So the measure of angle LXM, it's half of it, So it's half of the 150, which is 75 degrees. So the measure of angle LXM is 75 degrees. Question 5b, in the opposite figure, if XY is equal to YZ and XL is equal to ZL, and for sure from what we see that LY is a common side, and it's also given that the measure of LXY is 100 degrees and the measure of ZLY is 30 degrees, how can we find the measure of angle XYZ? The question here wants the measure of this angle. From the givens, you can see that XY is equal to YZ, XL is equal to ZL, and we said that YL is a common side. Then for sure triangle LXY is congruent to triangle LZY. Therefore, the measure of angle XYZ equals to the measure of angle XYL, which is 2 times 50, which is 100 degrees. How did you get it as 100? This angle is 30 degrees. To find this angle is 180 minus the sum of 130. So this angle is 50 degrees. So this one is also 50. So angle XYZ is the double of 50, which is 100 degrees. Dear students, by finishing question 5b, we came to the end of our session. Thank you very much and wishing you best of luck.